What is a scale? Hi and welcome to Scales Reels. This is the first one, so what we're going to do is discuss what exactly a scale is. So we have to start somewhere, so the definition of what a scale is probably the best place. Scale means a graduated form of values, forming a standard system for measuring or grading something. The word originates from the Latin scala, which literally means ladder. Musical scales give us building blocks from which we can form the other aspects of music, such as melody and harmony. Rhythm is perhaps the foundation of music. There would be nothing without rhythm. But tones and the arrangement of tones into scales comes next. From scales we derive melody and harmony. The way scales are created is by splitting the octave into separate tones. An octave is a natural phenomenon that has been referred to as the basic miracle of music. It is almost ubiquitous across all music systems. A higher octave is exactly twice the frequency of a lower octave. In Western music, we call these notes the same letter and we number them like this. There are many ways to split the octave into separate notes. We're going to talk about the Western system, as that is how I learned it first. I'll delve into the other systems in the future, but we will start there. Medieval theorists devised the diatonic major scale that we use today from Greek tetrachords. It was further refined in the intervening centuries, and finally arrived at where we are today with the standardized diatonic scale. The scale we know as the major scale is 7 notes plus the octave. We call the octave an octave because octo means 8 in Greek. There's a lot of Greek in musical language, as many of the early principles are derived from Greek systems and philosophers' writings. These notes are not the only notes between the octaves, however. There are 12 tones or pitches in the Western scale, and the most common version of that we use today has these pitches equally spaced across the octave. The distance between the 12 tones can be expressed as the 12th root of 2 is approximately 1.05946. Calculate the frequency of a note based on the 12-tone scale. Start with a known frequency, the most famous is A 440 Hz. Then to move up a semitone, multiply the current frequency by 1.059463. This scale is called the chromatic scale. It's called that because again chroma means colour in Greek. And the idea is that the chromatic scale can add more available musical colours to the music you're making than just the diatonic scale. The distance between each of these 12 pitches is called a half step or a semitone. 2 half steps or 2 semitones is called a step. So as you can see, there's much to know regarding the musical systems we use. It's fascinating to look beneath the hood sometimes. In these reels, I'm focusing on just scales, but to do so requires that I delve into subjects outside the scales for context. Get in touch in the comments and keep your eye out for more scales reels. We're going to cover all the scales that I can think of, and then if I miss any, let me know.